we got some drama in the NBA in-season tournament. So T-Wolves and the Warriors are playing. It is scoreless in the game when Jaden McDaniels, Klay Thompson start mixing up. Klay grabs his jersey. So, of course, what does McDaniels do? I'm grabbing it back. They're trying to rip the jerseys off each other.
Yeah.
That was crazy. And then Gobert comes flying in to, like, pull apart Klay Thompson, it looked like. But within a half second, Draymond Green saw an opportunity. He saw his nemesis, Rudy Gobert, there and said, I'm going to put this guy in a sleeper hold and make him tap, tap, tap. Draymond puts Gobert in a chokehold in an NBA game and starts dragging him across the court. Deuce, what the hell happened tonight?
Deuce, we could go down the line and go over Draymond loyal people and say what they would say. It was a hug. You could go in that direction.
Okay, yeah.
You could go in the direction he was protecting his teammate. You know, so obviously you have to go in the direction of the chokehold. You know, not just pushing someone off. You got to make sure to put them to sleep.
And that's where first of all, you got to have your teammates back. And
yes,
look, and even if you were trying to go from the Draymond Green angle, where I thought Gobert was trying to go at Klay, so I was protecting my teammate.
100%.
You don't come in and push the guy, but he comes up from behind and puts him in a chokehold, and then is like he's got him in the hole.
I shouldn't be laughing, but it's just like that's not how you de-escalate something these days. You know, usually
you didn't see this.
What?
Dave Hebner and Earl Hebner, the old WWE officials, came out and they started lifting Gobert's arms. 1, 2, he was done. They ring the bell. It's over.
Go to replay. Ring the bell. It's not funny, and we should not be laughing.
No, it's funny because it's ridiculous that this happened and when the game is scoreless.
I'm glad nobody got hurt.
Yeah. And of course, Thompson gets ejected.
Yes.
McDaniels and Draymond Green gets ejected.
It's
By
just
the way,
bizarre.
second time in a week he's gotten ejected because he had the Donovan Mitchell thing too.
Right.
Let's call this what it is. Draymond Green was in his feelings because of what happened last game when Ant was going back and forth with him, and Ant was giving them buckets and closing out the Warriors.
Yeah.
This Warriors team is beyond frustrated. And when you're frustrated, when you're feeling like you can't get out of this mess early in the season,
you're going to get emotional.
You get emotional. Steph's out of the game. He's not playing
Things
tonight.
are going to happen. We get that. But you also started this whole thing talking about Rudy Gobert and Draymond and their history and everything as well. And if you guys just saw the possession before all of this went down, Draymond was jawing at the official that Rudy was, grabbing him, hooking him, doing whatever, so he was already bitching about that minutes into this game. He wanted a reason to put Rudy Gobert in a chokehold, so he did it. But on all serious notes, Deuce, I just don't like it. It's just not a good look. And especially Draymond, you got your main guy, Steph, out tonight. This is one of those nights where they actually need you on the floor and need you to stay composed. And you didn't give two shits about your teammates there. Or should I just say, was that just passion? Is that usually what people say?
Let's play this out. If Draymond comes in there and flies and grabs Gobert and kind of flings him away.
Totally fair.
Yes.
Totally fair.
It's just putting the guy in a chokehold, and this is what we're talking about. It's just the extremes. Like, let's know. In the less than a year, Draymond Green has stomped on Domantas Sabonis' chest.
He stepped on him.
And put Gobert in a chokehold. Just think about how ridiculous that is. In an NBA game, a player stomped on a player's chest who was on the ground and then put another one in a chokehold. So, I mean, to me, it's clown behavior. And I'm very interested in how the league handles this, right? Because it's easily at least a game suspension.
Sure.
I think it's a game or two. I'm not acting like, oh my God, you should be kicked out of the league or anything. But dude, this is like repeat behavior. You can't be doing that. You're not, in those moments, it's a fragile situation too, because you don't want any other issues. If it bleeds into the crowd, whatever, you don't want anybody hurt. And he didn't do anything to calm the situation down. He made it worse.
He did. And, it's tough to see, obviously, because of his reputation and the antics. But when you just look at the last game against the Cavs and he got ejected from that game, it just becomes one of those things where it's like, is this going to keep happening for him? But the good news is for some of these Warriors guys is that some of these young guys are getting even more of an opportunity night to play because Clay is out, Draymond's out, and Steph is out. And I know that I'm just trying to like talk about a little bit about the basketball side of things. Like if those guys, instead of letting that deflate you, be like, all right, Draymond's going to be Draymond and get ejected out of another game. What do I need to do? I just need to step up.
All this told me tonight, the Warriors are just mentally fragile. And you've seen it over the last few games. They are struggling right now. Outside of Steph, they haven't gotten anything from Wiggins, Chris Paul. Who else is Clay hasn't stepped up in a big way. And they're struggling because of it.
Yeah.
And so they're feeling it.
Sure.
They're on edge. And they were on edge to start this game tonight. Clearly, when McDaniels and Clay are going at it early and then Draymond comes in.
Dude, and Draymond even had that Instagram story after he got ejected in that game against the Cavs and was saying, I don't know why people are trying to change me. I'm going to be me, blah, blah, blah. And there's times, I even told you this like the other day, there are times where I'm just like, I respect the hell out of Draymond, what he can bring to a team, this passion, blah, blah, blah. And then when he doesn't choose to try to like bottle it in a little bit. And even if he, like you said, shoved the shit out of Rudy Gobert, but chose not to use the headlock situation, this would be something we wouldn't even be having this discussion.
I guess I just draw the line at chokehold.
Okay.
And not letting go. He had, by the way, he had it locked. This wasn't like he just kind of had.
Wrong
this
sport.
Shit was locked in. I mean,
Wrong sport.
Dude,
Wrong
insane.
sport.
Let us know what you thought about the play. What type of punishment do you think Draymond gets? Do you think he gets at least a game or two? What do you think of the play? Do you disagree with us? Let us know in the comments. We can have a conversation. Also, hit the thumbs up and subscribe.
Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. The